So it's Saturday morning and we just came back from a little bit of shopping. We still need to put away our Christmas stuff, but there's a bit of a change of plan because, well, I'll explain here in a sec. So we need to remove all of this and clean all of this, but we're wanting to make a really nice build all around kind of bookshelf with a reading nook right there. But before we can do that, we need to change all these windows, and honestly we don't have the money to do that right now, so we'll have to change our project. And so here's what we're going to move to next, because it's going to be a lot more doable for the time being. Our plan for this room is to actually knock down this wall to where the door ends, just this side, and take out the door area, and then close it all the way up, just make it into a big flat wall to there, and then come out. And then we want to leave this and this and build a big closet in the back. What we're thinking of doing is close this and put it right here. The door will be opening this way, and then the good thing is right there is the bathroom, so whoever stays there, they're very close to the bathroom to go to. Now the guest bathroom is right across from this, and I thought about putting maybe the door right there, like behind it on the wall, but the problem is the entry door is there, and I don't want to have an entry door in front of the entry of a bedroom. I think that's a little bit weird. Alright, so I spent a few minutes kind of prepping this room. I think I spent about, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. There's a little bit more prep that we need to do, but let me show you what we've got and what needs to be done. Alright, so first of all, I took all of the plates off. Here we're going to remove this old light, and we're going to put a fan up there. But another thing that I did is I went and took out all of these little blue things out of the wall, and they were being used to hold, of course, screws and that kind of stuff. A few things that we're going to be doing with it is, as you can see, the nails have poked through, the ones that are holding the drywall. There's several of them, so I'm going to go around and try to see how many of them can loosen up. Then I'll pull them out, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to replace them with screws, and then I'm going to touch up the drywall on top of it. But today the job is the electrical stuff. Okay, second try. Okay, I think we got it this time. I'm done in the shop, and let me show you what the electricity side of things looks like and what I've been trying to find where the wires come out to, and this is what I found out so far. All right, so where we had the lamp plugged in, it actually comes out to right here because that's where the wall falls. So that's one of them. We had the plug going to the bedroom, to that, let me adjust my light, going up there, and that's the one that goes to, if you can see it up there, is the one that goes onto one of the walls. Then, since these come up there, if you follow these, roughly, see there's insulation here unfortunately, but let me see, I might have to dig those up to find them, but that's the problem with a lot of wiring. You have to take out insulation to find it, but this insulation is so old and brittle that I'm pulling it out anyway. I'm going to be putting new insulation, but around here is where the other wall is supposed to be, and that's the supporting wall, and that's why you have such thicker beams, and that's what you also have the big metal posts there that hold it up. So it will be somewhere up here, so I'll have to dig around and find it. How I like to do my light switches, and usually is bring in the wire in this way, the black one, because then this gets interrupted right here because of this. Then the way I like to do my ground, I have tried putting two ground wires here, and many times they do slip out. So what I have started doing is I put one really well, and then I go and put very tightly the other one around it to hold it, and then my white wire will come right here. And what I do with that Some time ago I learned that usually if I cut these for this size wide 12 gauge, two of them, if I cut them, I think it's 3/4 of an inch, they fit just right in there to where there's no exposed copper, and also the copper does get caught inside the wing nut. And this one is actually a new wing nut. I had just put it temporarily on, and because of the tape it turned black. But in the past what I would do is I would take these two wires and twist them together and then put the wing nut and turn them. But some friend of mine, electrician, said don't do that. What you want to do is put them just right next to each other and then let the wing nut twist the wire in there. And once you do that, and we'll see if I can do it with one hand, but once you do that, you always want to put electrician's tape, but you want to tighten it the way it naturally would tighten. So you tighten the wing nut to the right, you put the tape to the right. There we go. And then all I do after that is I bend this in, get out of a little bit out of the way, then I straighten this, and then I just push it in and tighten it, and I'll do that. I need two hands to do that. There it is. I ended up getting all the wiring done and tucked away, and I'm gonna tie this together. And then lastly, this is still attached to the spool down there. It's gonna go to where the power is, and eventually I'm gonna attach these to the board so they don't hang loose. Plus you're supposed to be doing that anyway, but for the time being I'm gonna lay them loose and finish up the wiring. Alright, so this week we were able to work on the electric, got everything hooked up there. All I need to do is get a new light, finished up with all the plugs all the way there too.